It's horrible and I would absolutely hate him to have it on his wall. So this is move day, which for me kind of ruined it, but you know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and my new house renovation. So after the slowest house move known to man, we are finally in, and as you can see behind me, completely surrounded in boxes everywhere. But despite the mess, it already feels like a very happy home. It's just got that lovely warm feeling to it. Now, I wasn't really sure the best way to film these episodes, but I think the easiest thing to do is if I literally show you from start to finish with lots of little updates. Now, we're going to be renovating this house an awful lot. There's actually very little that we will be keeping the same. We're aiming for a very modern but comfortable type of family home. So hopefully you'll enjoy the process of seeing this house come to life. Okay, so let me rewind a week and show you the craziness of the house move, and also show you this house before we piled it high full of boxes. So this is move day, and this is about as good as it gets with the zero style makeup or hair looking decent. It's madness, and I'm gonna get told off for even talking to the camera. So I'm gonna go, and as soon as we get to the new house, I'm gonna show you. Are you gonna tell me off for talking to the camera?
Get the work done.
I'll be back. So this is our new living room that I think we're going to split in two because it's a bit long. And these walls are going to be knocked down and made into an open plan kitchen, living, dining room. The house is currently 4 bedrooms, but I think we're going to turn it into 6 bedrooms. Bathroom definitely needs doing. And both the big boys have got nice sized rooms and en suites as well, which is handy as they get to teenage years. And Walter's room is the smallest room in the house, but he's quite excited because he's got a secret door that leads to Mummy and Daddy's bedroom, which is massive, so we might well split that in two again. So as you can see, we've gone from a really old grade 2 listed farmhouse to a relatively new build house. It's the first time we've ever lived in a house that's not over 100 years old, so it's quite a change for us. Personally, I feel the main challenge with this house is to add character. I think new builds can often feel soulless. There's not a lot of history there, and then so you lack character. And that's really what I want to try and inject into this house. I often find the easiest way to do that is with textures. A little bit like building the perfect outfit. It's as much about the feel of those fabrics as the look of them that manages to create that overall chic atmosphere. So creating the perfect cozy bed, for instance, it would be a lovely velvet headboard against crisp cotton sheets, and then maybe at the bottom of the bed putting a lovely linen throw and layering it with a wool throw, maybe a different type of knit, layering beautiful different fabrics on top of each other until you get to that perfect balance of reaching a contemporary home that also feels comfortable. I really want to try and avoid that very cold modern home that's almost too minimalist, it feels like an office. This is our family home. I want it to feel really comfortable. I want the children to feel cozy, but also we do prefer more modern furniture. So I think it's just about finding the perfect balance between all of that. Talking of bedding, actually my favorite purchase I've made so far in this house would hands down be the crisp sheets that I got from John Lewis. I went for the 200 thread count Egyptian cotton, and I think more than the thread count, the Egyptian cotton is the bit that is most important. Now they've got 2 options, but I went for the crisp and fresh because I really wanted to create that getting into a hotel bed kind of feel, if that makes sense. I think I finally cracked it. It's all about the Egyptian cotton. So I've been snuggling into bed and it feels just like a lovely hotel bed. I'm sure it's the reason I have slept so well in this first week in this house. So the first part of the build will be turning 3 separate rooms into an open plan kitchen, living, dining room with either patio doors or sliding doors, haven't quite decided yet, out to the garden, and then also creating an office for me. So let me take you down to the kitchen and I can explain what the plan is. Okay, so this is our lovely looking kitchen with the obligatory boxes. So that's the utility room. I think I'm gonna keep that. And this wall here is going to be knocked down, and then it will be open to this section here, which will be dining, and then same again through here, I can't, I'll have to go around there the other way. So excuse the mess, but if you imagine that wall knocked through, that goes through to the kitchen. So it'd be a nice open plan, family, kitchen, living, dining, with patio doors out to the garden. So all this is gonna come out. That door will be bricked up, and I think I'll have the kitchen all the way across the back wall, island kind of in the middle, and then you'll have patio doors or bifold doors to the garden that way. At the minute, I'm thinking polished concrete for the floors all the way downstairs, with just maybe a light grey on the walls just to give it a little bit of depth. So in Albert's room so far, we've just got his bed that he already had from John Lewis. The only piece of furniture that's actually arrived is the wardrobe from Maid. This one, I can't remember the exact name, but I'll put a link in the description below. But it's a giant mirrored wardrobe. Actually, Fred and Albert have got the same one. They're too close in age and too competitive to have a different wardrobe. So I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, lots to still arrive in Albert's room just yet, but at least he's got his wardrobe up. So the majority of the things in the boxes on the floor, he can now put away in his wardrobe. That's the plan anyway. And this is my middle one, Fred's bedroom so far. A lot of his furniture has already arrived, so he kind of lucked out. So he's got the big double wardrobe. I really liked this desk that came from made.com, but he preferred this white one that was from IKEA, so we went with that. And then to match, he's got the bedside table as well. So they were really, really reasonable. I was worried it would look quite cheap, but in actual fact, it's quite solid, so I get away with it. Typical teenage boy, the second this mirrored wardrobe was put up and he saw it for the first time, he's like, brilliant, it looks great. Let me put all my stickers all over it, which for me kind of ruined it, but you know. So I'm waiting for some new bedding to arrive for all three of the boys. This room has got the basics of his furniture. I think now it needs cozying up, so I need some new throws, he needs his curtains, maybe a couple of new cushions, some prints. It just needs a bit more character now that we've got the basics there. I'm also going to paint everywhere, the entire house. I am not keeping that creamy magnolia on the wall or the dado rail, which actually makes my life so much harder because it's probably going to pull the plaster off, but I just don't think that's for me. So yeah, that's to go into the mix of the house renovation as well. The big mistake I have made so far is looking at pictures, prints and wall stickers with my 7-year-old child, because his taste in prints and my taste are very different. So I was looking at Desenio, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but they've got some really nice prints on there. And on there in the kids section, they've got some really nice prints. There was one of Batman and some nice slogans, some bears, really cute. And then we ended up Googling a little bit and he came across this print that is essentially a Gucci logo with Gucci in massive letters underneath. It's gloriously naff, it's horrible, and I would absolutely hate him to have it on his wall, but he is now absolutely adamant that's what he wants. So I think if I can't persuade him to have something else, I'm just gonna have to close that door and pretend it's not there, because it will bug the life out of me. So I've got builders coming in this week to give me quotes for downstairs, making that kitchen, living, dining room, turning my room into an office, converting the attic, doing all the en-suites, doing the main bathroom, and adding a wall in this room to make another bedroom. So it's definitely all go. But I'll make sure I keep turning the camera on along the way, not only so you get to see the build from start to finish, but also all those beautiful bits of furniture and interiors that I find along the way. Don't forget you can also find me over on Instagram at Fashion and Style Edit, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, it would be lovely if you could do so. Don't miss Wednesday's episode where I will be unboxing a beautiful new handbag that's come from Paris. If it's as nice as it looks on the website, I think you will fall in love with it just like I have. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section any tips or advice you've got for me before we start this build. It's always lovely to hear from you. And hopefully I'll see you back here on Wednesday where I'll be sharing my beautiful new handbag with you. Take care.